How bad is it?
Bad. We just lost contact with 2 of our deep space outposts. There's something massive on long-range scanners.
Is this what Shepard warned us about?
I'd stake my life on it.
How long do we have?
Not long. I sent word. The fleet's immobilizing.
God help us all.
Commander.
You're not supposed to call me that anymore, James.
Not supposed to salute you either. We gotta go. The Defense Committee wants to see you.
Sounds important. What's going on?
Couldn't say. Just told me they needed you. Now.
Anderson?
Admiral?
You look good, Shepard. Maybe a little soft around the edges. How are you holding up since being relieved from duty?
It's not so bad once you get used to the hot food and soft beds.
We'll get it sorted out.
What's going on? Why is everyone in such a hurry?
Admiral Hackett's mobilizing the fleets. I'm guessing word's made it to Alliance Command. Something big.
Reapers?
We don't know. Not for certain.
What else could it be?
If I knew that.
You know we're not ready if it is them, not by a long shot.
Tell that to the Defense Committee.
Unless we're planning to talk the Reapers to death, the committee is a waste of time.
They're just scared. None of them have seen what you've seen. You faced down a Reaper. Hell, you spoke to one, then blew the damn thing up. You've seen how they harvest us, what they plan to do to us. You know more about this enemy than anyone.
That way they grounded me, took away my ship?
You know that's not true. When you blew up the Batarian relay, hundreds of thousands of Batarians died.
It was that or let the Reapers walk through our back door.
I know that, Shepard. And so does the committee. If it wasn't for that, you'd have been court-martialed and left to rot in the brig.
That and your good word.
Yeah, I trust you, Shepard. And so does the committee.
I'm just a soldier, Anderson. I'm no politician.
I don't need you to be either. I just need you to do whatever the hell it takes to help us stop the Reapers.
They're expecting you to, Admiral.
Good luck in there, Shepard.
Anderson? Shepard.
Ashley?
Lieutenant Commander, how'd it go in there?
I can never tell with them. I'm just waiting for orders now.
Lieutenant Commander?
You hadn't heard?
No. I'm a bit out of the loop these days.
Sorry, ma'am. Didn't mean to keep you out of the loop.
I'm sure you had your reasons.
Yeah, I guess I did. Still, good to see you.
Admiral.
Come on.
You know the commander?
I used to.
Admiral Anderson. Shepard.
What's the situation?
We were hoping you would tell us.
The reports coming in are unlike anything we've seen. Whole colonies have gone dark. We've lost contact with everything beyond the Sol Relay.
Whatever this is, it's incomprehensibly powerful.
You brought me here to confirm what you already know. The Reapers are here.
Then, how do we stop them?
Stop them? This isn't about strategy or tactics. This is about survival. The Reapers are more advanced than we are, more powerful, more intelligent. They don't fear us. And they'll never take pity on us.
But there must be some way.
If we're gonna have any chance at surviving this, we have to stand together.
That's it? That's our plan?
Admiral, we've lost contact with Luna Base.
The moon? It couldn't be that close already.
How they get past our defenses?
Sir, UK headquarters has a visual.
Why haven't we heard from Admiral Hackett?
What do we do?
And we fight or we die.
We should get to the Normandy. Shepard! Shepard! Come on, get up. Here, take this. We've got to get moving. This is Admiral Anderson. Report in, anyone. Lieutenant Commander Williams, is that you? What's your status? I can't raise the Normandy. You'll have to contact him. We'll meet you at the landing zone. Anderson up. They're massive. Come on, Shepard. Ashley's headed to the Normandy. They'll pick us up if we can get to the spaceport. Let's move. Look out! How do you stop something so powerful? Take a running jump. It's farther than it looks. Come on, let's go. Come on. We'll have to go this way. Looks clear. Let's go. Lieutenant Commander, you read me? I'm patching in Shepard.
We're almost to the Normandy. I've got Lieutenant Vega with me, but we're taking heavy fire.
We're about 5 minutes out. Say again? Husks! Take them out! Shoot them! You haven't forgot how to shoot, have you? to move. Have to take these things out the old-fashioned way. Don't let him grab you. Gotta find a way out of here. Watch it!
Through this way. Hey. It's okay.
Everyone's dying.
Come here. I need to get you someplace safe. Take my hand.
You can't help me.
Shepard! In here. This is a goddamn mess. Every minute these machines are here, thousands of innocent people die. I won't be responsible.
It's hard enough fighting a war, but it's worse knowing no matter how hard you try, you can't save them all.
Exactly. They get so fast. I thought we'd have more time.
We knew they were coming.
And they still just cut through our defenses. We need to go to the Citadel. Talk to the Council.
The Citadel? The fight's here.
It'll be everywhere soon enough. You said it yourself. The Reapers will destroy everything if we don't stop them. The Council has to help us.
You sure about that?
No, but you were a Council Spectre. That has to count for something. Gotcha!
Thanks. I owe you one.
More than one. Grab some ammo. Reload. Let's keep moving. Oh. Lieutenant Commander Williams, we're in sight of the spaceport. ETA 3 minutes.
We've made it to the Normandy, taking heavy fire. Oh god! They're gonna take down that dreadnought. Invasive maneuvers.
Lieutenant Commander, Ashley! Damn it, they're in trouble. Normandy, we're going to reroute. Do you copy? Normandy, come in. Friendlies.
You two all right?
Get down! They'll see you!
Keep your head down. Nice shot. here! What happened here?
Our gunship was shot down. We barely made it.
You have a radio? We're trying to contact our ship.
No. There's one in the gunship, but it's gonna be crawling with those things.
Stay here, son. We'll get you out of here. Come on. Let's get to that gunship. What the hell are those things? Shepard, over here. I found a radio. Normandy, this is Anderson. Do you read?
Admiral, what's your location?
By a downed gunship in the harbor. I'm activating its distress beacon. Send support. We've got wounded down here. Lieutenant! Damn it! I lost the signal.
Let's hope that beacon does its job.
And fast. We've got company. Hope they get there soon.
You and me both!
Running out of ammo. about time.
Let's go!
Welcome back, Shepard.
Thanks.
Shepard!
Come on!
I'm not going. You saw those men back there. There's a million more like them, and they need a leader.
We're in this fight together, Anderson.
It's a fight we can't win. Not without help. We need every species, and all their ships, to even have a chance at defeating the Reapers. Talk to the Council. Convince them to help us.
What if they won't listen?
Then make them listen. Now go! That's an order.
I don't take orders from you anymore, remember?
Consider yourself reinstated, Commander. You know what you have to do.
I'll be back for you, and I'll bring every fleet I can. Good luck.
You too, Shepard.
What the hell's going on? Where's Anderson? Where are we going? Hey!
We're leaving.
Leaving?
What's going on?
Anderson wants us to go to the Citadel. We don't have a choice. Without help, this war's already over.
Forget it. Drop me off someplace, because I'm not leaving.
We're going to the Citadel. You want out? You can catch a ride back from there.
Commander!
Joker, that you?
Alive and kicking. Got an emergency transmission from Admiral Hackett for you.
Patch it through.
Shepard, sustained heavy losses. The force was overwhelming. There's no way we can defeat them conventionally.
Anderson's already ordered me to the Citadel to talk to the Council.
First, I need you to Lance outpost on Mars. We lose control of the system.
Oopsies.
Yes, sir.
I've been researching the
When?
archives with
Oh shoot, I didn't even unmute it when he started the game. Oops. Like a professional streamer.
Joker, set a course
So
for
I
the Mars
guess I
Archives.
say that again. About PlayStation. No, Spartacus, then it's rumored to be called PlayStation Neo.
Grab your gear.
Yeah, and if PlayStation Neo is the name, I guess that's cool. At least he gets a proper name. And I don't know if Neo was ever like labeled as a Game Pass competitor. I know it was rumored to be a Game Pass competitor, but I don't know if Sony themselves said it was.
Any sign of Reaper activity?
Negative.
Edie?
The base appears to be online. It's possible the inhabitants were evacuated.
We'll know soon enough. Be ready, Joker. Just in case.
Roger that. Normandy out.
We're almost there.
And people keep saying that Neo has to have first day one exclusives on the service to compete with the Game Pass, and it's like, no they don't. They just need good freaking games. And if it's just like, what?
Damn, that's a huge storm. Looks a lot bigger in person.
Come on, Lieutenant, it's not that bad.
Doesn't mean it can't kill us.
I'm more worried about the war back on Earth, and the fact that nobody here is reporting in.
Fair enough.
Oh, what is it? Oh yeah. Like, personally, I would be excited for that. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'd be happy with that. Oh, what is it? A freeze duration. Movement speed. Yeah, that's just for melee. I'm not really gonna do melee. Oh, you could pick and choose, you don't have to do one. Okay. I didn't know. How do I auto level up? Oh, square. Oh shoot, it saved in it. Oh well. Is there an option to undo that? Oh, I mean casual, not narrative. If I accidentally did that, oops. Oh.
What's that? Alliance. Sergeant Reeves. Doesn't look like he put up a fight.
Something's not right here.
Oh, if you're overweight, they don't recharge as fast. That's weird.
Keep a low profile till we know what's going on.
Roger that. Holy shit. They're executing them. They know we're here now.
Yeah, I kinda like that. It's just a lot quicker.
Those guys were Cerberus, weren't they?
Sure look like it. What's Cerberus doing here on Mars? Good question. You don't know? I'm not with them anymore, Ash, if that's what you're asking. It wasn't, but you have to admit, it's a bit convenient.
Look out!
Sure might be unrelated. Unrealistic. No, unrealistic how fast you load them. Oh, and like you said before, when the mic is muted, like does oh yeah, that people say for Neo has to have first party day one titles to compete, but do they? At least for some people, yes.
Commander, I thought you told Cerberus to screw off after you wiped out
Me
that collector base
personally,
they were
no,
after.
I don't think
That's
so.
exactly what I did.
Well, one thing's for sure. They're no friend of the Alliance.
Agreed.
Because the only first party title I'm looking forward to is God of War Ragnarok.
I need a straight answer, Shepard. About what? Do you know anything about this? What is Cerberus doing here?
Well, there's kind of no other title.
You worked for them. How am I supposed to believe you've cut all ties? We joined forces to take down the collectors.
I'm not saying that still wouldn't be cool with first party titles. But I would rather have games I'm excited about to play rather than, oh, I might as well play this because it's in the service. Because that's a lot of what Game Pass is like, oh, I might as well play this because I'm not obligated to play the DLC, I'm just obliged. I think that's the word, obliged, because I paid for the service. I want to get the most money out of the service as I can.
Easy there, Lieutenant. She's with us.
Shepard, thank the goddess you're alive.
You too, Liara.
I was so worried when the reports came in. I'm sorry about Earth.
Yeah, it was difficult to leave.
Ashley, I'm sorry. But why'd you come here?
Hackett ordered us to come. Said you know what was going on.
I do.
Hallelujah. Some answers, finally.
Maybe. I've discovered plans for a Prothean device. One that could wipe out the Reapers.
Here? On Mars?
In the Prothean archives, yes.
I guess I'll believe it when I see it. Where do we find this weapon?
It's not a weapon, not yet. It's plans for a device, a blueprint.
It's more than we had a minute ago. How do we get it?
The archives are just across that tramway. Assuming Cerberus hasn't locked it down.
What are they after?
Yeah, I don't really see the
They want what I'm
difference.
here for. What we're all here for.
But why?
Between the main game and
They had plans to destroy
I
them,
mean
but
the
ran out of time.
PS3 version and
anything
this
powerful enough
version.
to destroy the Reapers.
Just might be something Cerberus would be interested in.
So it's a race to the archives.
Like, I know there is a difference, but it's probably only like slightly different.
Bring it on.
Not this time, James.
What?
Get back to the shuttle.
The
Cerberus
same
beats us
with
to the archives. I need you covering the exits.
GTA.
But
now, Lieutenant.
I'll probably get a GTA when
They're
it's
getting
like
closer. We should take cover.
$10.
Looks like they found us.
Or I might just say whatever, I don't know.
You can't hide forever. You're going to need more than guns to finish them, Shepard. Can't just shoot them. I can use Singularity to draw them out.
Is there... Oh, there's someone else up there.
Want me to take them out? Give me the word, I'll draw them out.
Oh my god. How do I draw them out?
Want me to take them out? Give me the word, I'll draw them out.
God, he will not. Finally.
Good. Let's find a way up.
Like he wouldn't come out in the open. Oh. Oh, how do we get up there though? Oh. You won't go there, can't go there. So where do we go? Oh, can we freaking, oh yes we can, durr.
This is a secure station. How did Cerberus get in?
Not sure. One minute we were getting reports of the Reaper invasion. The next, there was chaos. Didn't even realize it was Cerberus at first.
Could they be working with the Reapers?
Doubtful, but I suppose anything's possible.
still on cleanup duty? Yeah, something like this to bring a fight over the vehicle bay. Let's go get him. Look out.
Ow.
We'll need access to the pedway. Controls should be nearby. Damn it. Security's been tampered with. That's odd. What the? Let me try.
No. Do I go through here then? Then where the hell do I go? Oh.
That's odd. Shepard, see if you can gain access to the pedway. I can't seem to unlock the live feeds, but...
Hey, did you see that? Who's that woman in the vid?
That's Dr. Ivakore. She got here about a week ago. Any luck?
Pedway's been locked out.
All right. Looks like there's construction nearby. We can get out of the roof.
Yeah, that's a problem with this now. With streaming services, is that it's not that I don't really want to play them. It's just it doesn't feel like I bought the game. So weirdly, yeah, weirdly, I kinda don't want to play these games, if that makes sense. Because I didn't buy them, weirdly enough. Honestly, it kinda makes no sense.
Looks like the Alliance is still putting up a fight.
That tram heads to the archives. Once Cerberus is across, they're at the final security checkpoint.
Barely. Storm's causing interference.
Yeah, tell me about it. I've lost contact with the Normandy. What's your position?
I didn't read that, James. Repeat.
This airlock shouldn't be open.
Doesn't look like it was forced.
No, you have to override security protocols. Someone vented the air from this room while they were still here.
Looks like they died trying to claw their way out.
This is brutal, even by Cerberus standards.
Yeah, I'll probably play this for... Should I do that? Because I gotta do stuff, so should I play this for 3 hours and...
What's our order? There's an Alliance force in here somewhere.
pressurize the room first.
It's just what I have to do shouldn't take that long.
There we go. We have access to the labs. They'll take us right to the tram station.
Hey, looks like there's a recording of what happened here.
Security station. Come in. We're seeing some odd activity down here. Our security protocols just kicked in. Everything's locked down.
Well, think about it. Oh, really? I will go to the washroom.
Guess we know how Cerberus got in.
I should have realized it when I met her. I was just so focused on finding a way to stop the Reapers.
Stopping the Reapers is the only thing we should be focused on. It's not your fault.
But what if we're wrong? What if there's no way to stop them? What if these are our last days and we spend them scurrying around trying to solve a problem we can't fix?
1 hour.
Liara.
God damn.
I know. I shouldn't think that way.
I wish she told me.
I don't know how you do it. You've always stayed focused even in the worst situations.
My body that I had to go to the washroom before.
When there's so much at stake, I think about my friends, loved ones. What I'd lose if I failed.
Me too.
We'll stop them, Liara. Together.
I believe you. Or I believe that you believe. Maybe that's enough. Okay, doors open. We can get to the labs and tram station through there.
Good.
Because it's like I honestly don't want to go to the washroom, but I should. Yeah, I probably will do that. Please, for 3 hours. Hurry and do the thing I need to do. Oh. Yeah, like, I don't know. How do I put mods on it? Yeah, I think, yeah, I think, on higher difficulties I would use, this, and then this, and no pistol. Because do you want to use a pistol? No, not really. Because it's not like the pistol isn't good, it's just single fire I don't want to do. Because you've a constant press a button and that's like no thanks for me. Because I'd rather just have this spray for nowhere region, and it does. Oh, that's why, because he has a shield. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to it. That is just like whining by, not hurting me. He has a shield. That's why. Oh, that's a triangle. Look at that move. Oh, I can't leap over. That's weird.
What's that smell?
They just activated the decontamination protocols.
With the staff still inside.
I need to open that, but how? Oh.
This is where they studied the various relics unearthed here.
What did they find?
This is
More than I could describe in a short conversation.
Just
And they'd
a
only
wall.
scratched the surface. There are vaults filled with Prothean data troves that have never been studied.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just... For some reason I didn't understand what was going on. was weird.
That's the tram line. Takes us right to the archives. No doubt Cerberus has it locked down. Hopefully we can override it at the security station. It's just through here.
Oh, this way. Yeah, that's too bad. Third-party controllers are just whatever, I guess.
Look out! No kidding! Is that the only way in?
It's the only way I know of.
We'll skirt around it. Stay out of its sights. I'll move up first. Don't let it target you! Damn it!
Keep moving.
Get me out of here.
Damn it.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Keep moving. The turret can't fire on us from here.
Set up a perimeter. No one else comes across.
We still have teams on the other side.
No one. And shut down those cameras.
Looks like they've made it to the archives.
And it looks like they won't be sitting a tram anytime soon.
Can you override it?
The archives are on a separate network. We're completely locked out.
Not completely. What if we could find a short-range transmitter? Helmet to helmet.
And?
And then we convince them that we're with them. And the Alliance forces have been taken care of.
Good idea. See what you can find. What?
The Lieutenant Commander has become very capable.
Agreed.
Commander, I found something.
What have you got?
He's got a transmitter in his helmet. If I can... Oh. Oh God. He looks like a husk.
Yeah, not quite. They've definitely done something to him.
Engineered by Cerberus? They claim to stand for humanity,
So,
and they do this
yeah,
to their own people.
that would be...
That could have been you, Shepard.
Because it started at
that's what Cerberus had done to
11,
you.
around 11.
How can you compare me to that thing?
I don't know what you are. Not since they got their hands on you. Is it really you? Would you even know if they were controlling you somehow?
That's not fair, Ash.
I'm just talking out loud. I don't need you to answer. I doubt there's anything you could say to convince me. I guess I just need some time to get to know you again.
I'm the same person I always was. Time won't change
Yeah,
that.
I don't know
If that's what you need, I understand.
Play this for 3 hours.
You bet. Let's see if we can get that tram set
Do
over here.
this stuff. I'm hoping it's only going
Hello,
to be
this
an
is
hour.
Delta Team. Anybody there?
And then play 2 hours of
We're at the tram station, waiting for extraction. All hostiles
something else.
terminated.
It's like,
Roger that. Echo team will ride over and secure the station.
I don't know if I should do it at
Think they bought it?
They didn't, they'll figure it out
2
soon
or
enough.
3.
We should get in position. Flank them when they get off the tram.
So I play
Good
this
thinking,
for
Elsie.
3 hours or 4 hours.
Got it. Understood. Got it. Understood.
Here they come.
Like I know I'm probably gonna want to play this for 4 hours. Not 3. Whoa, this is new game hype. It's freaking weird, but new game hype. It's the same thing with yes, the same thing with that. Like Scarlet Nexus, for example, that game I knew was gonna be whatever, because the demo wasn't all that great, but I still played the game because it was like new game hype.
Storm's getting bad. We better wrap this up quickly. The archives are right on the other side.
That and a squad of pissed off Cerberus troops.
They put up a good fight. Yes, it confirms my assertions about the value of the data stored here.
Like, new game hype, yes, I think it's stupid, but I think it's a thing. Even though it's dumb. Yeah, new gameplay is like weird to explain, but yeah, it's weird to explain, but it's not like it doesn't exist.
Ash.
Shepard.
Elusive man.
Fascinating race, the Protheans. They left all this for us to discover, but we squandered it. The Alliance has known about the archives for more than 30 years. And what have they done with it?
What do you want?
What I've always wanted. The data in these artifacts holds the key to solving the Reaper threat.
I've seen your solution. Your people are turned into monsters.
Hardly. They're being improved.
Improved?
Yeah,
That's
I'll tell
what
you
separates us, Shepard.
that.
Where
Play
you see
this
the means to
for 4
destroy,
hours
I see a way to
instead
control,
of 3.
to dominate and harness the Reaper's power. Imagine how strong humanity would be if we controlled them.
You've gone too far. The Reapers will kill us all if we don't stop fighting each other.
I don't expect you to understand, Shepard, and I'm certainly not looking for your approval. You were a tool, an agent with a singular purpose, and despite our differences, you were relatively successful. But like the rest of the relics in this place, your time is over.
Enough talk. Liara?
Don't interfere with my plan, Shepard. I won't warn you.
And I
Duly
kind of
noted.
believe that.
Shepard,
What?
the data, it's not here.
It's being erased.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Damn it! How's he doing it?
It's local. Someone's uploading the information.
Hey, step away from the console. Now!
Oh no.
She's got the data! She's faster than she looks. Stay close. We can't lose her.
Yeah, I'll probably play a drama on Xbox. Because I don't know if I could beat this.
Stay close. We can't lose her. There she is. Stay on her. She's getting away.
Oh. No.
She's getting away!
Oh.
Damn it! James! Normandy! Anybody!
I got this one.
That was smart. Freaking just crap to each other. I like how he's totally fine, but she is screwed.
Normandy's en route. They'll be here soon.
We need the data.
Oh, that.
Let her go.
Orders?
Finish her.
Grab that thing. Bring it with us.
Shepard, we got Reaper signatures in orbit.
Okay. Yeah, I would think this game would have quite a bit of that, but I don't know.
Ashley needs medical attention. We have to leave the Sol system.
I know.
The Citadel is our best chance. We can find help there.
Get us to the Citadel, Joker.
Roger that.
Hold on, Ash. See what you and Edie can learn from that thing.
Commander, I'm receiving a signal over the secondary QEC. I believe it's Admiral Hackett.
Patch me through.
I'll forward it to the comm room.
I will take a sip
Edie,
of water.
this
I
up?
just
I'll
moved
do
it.
my best.
Did you get to the archives?
I was there. So was the elusive man.
I was worried Cerberus might try something. Did you get the data?
Most of it. He downloaded some before I could stop him. Edie and Liara are analyzing what we recovered.
What have you learned? Was it worth the effort?
Preliminary evidence suggests the data is a blueprint for a Prothean device.
Device?
A weapon, massive in size and scope, that's capable of unquantifiable levels of destruction.
Send me the data. We'll do our own analysis. If Liara's instincts are right, this might be the key to stopping the Reapers.
I hope so. Lieutenant Commander Williams was critically wounded. We're taking her to the Citadel.
Sorry to hear that, Shepard. But we both know this is just the beginning. Talk to the Council, show them what you found. With luck, they'll give you all the support we need.
And if they don't?
Do whatever it takes to get them on board. I'll be in touch soon. Hack it out.
Shepard? EDI is extracting data from the Cerberus machine. We'll have details to present to the Council by the time we reach the Citadel.
And Lieutenant Commander Williams?
I've done what I can for her. She needs proper medical attention soon. The Admiral's right. It's going to get worse, isn't it?
Unless we stop the Reapers, yeah.
I've looked at the data. This weapon could be the answer if we can build it. I get the sense you don't quite believe it, though.
You didn't see what they did to Earth. How is one weapon supposed to stop them?
What are our options? You know we can't win this conventionally. Shepard. Isn't it worth trying at least?
I'm gonna check on Ashley and James. Make sure we're ready to present our findings to the Council.
I'm sure the Council will see the need to help.
It'll be a hell of a short war if they don't.
There we go. But, I'm kinda thinking, too, that, Spartacus or Neo is just a rumor that people want to believe. I don't know if I totally believe it yet. It's like, it would be cool, yes. But, whatever.
Barely got a pulse here.
Move him out.
Where are you taking her?
I don't think
Best care in the Citadel.
We're not going with?
Completely
we need to see the Council.
That.
Right. Looks like they might be coming to see you.
Commander Shepard, got word you were arriving.
Captain Bailey, good to see you again.
You too. Though it's Commander now.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Now half my job is dealing with political bullshit and escorting dignitaries around. No offense.
None taken. So you're here to bring us to the Council?
I'm here to tell you the Council is expecting you, but they are dealing with their own problems with the war and everything. They apologize for the inconvenience and blah, 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 blah. Meet them here at Adina's office. They'll be ready soon enough.
All right.
You might have time to go by the medical center if you want to check on progress over there.
Thanks. I might do that.
You go on ahead. I'll head up to Adina's office.
One of my men can show you the way. You?
I'm just a tourist today.
So yeah, it's a wait and see thing. Like I'm not fully excited, but I'm not fully unexcited as well.
The other half of my job. I'll see you around, Shepard.
No doubt.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird, to be honest. Oh, that's back to Normandy. Oh, then that's okay. I did not know. Oops.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination. One moment, please. Now arriving at Presidium Embassy. Welcome, Commander Shepard. One moment, please. Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
Patient's stable for now.
That was touch and go. Good work, Dr. Freilich.
Narrow splint's still the best course of action.
I'll see if we have the required.
You got pretty banged up there, Williams. Had me worried. I just wanted to check in on you. See how you're doing. Despite all this, it's good seeing you again, Ash. Get some rest, okay? I'll come by when you're feeling better. We'll talk. You need anything, Doc, let me know. Okay, Ash. You take care. See you soon.
Ilium is under attack. Although the Asari colony is across the galaxy from Paladin.
Hi, Doctor. Didn't expect to see you again so soon.
Well, we need to prescribe you another round of antibiotics.
For when I ship out?
I have some bad news. Your squad of fighters correctly, but infection had already set in by the time they found you.
The Council called the invaders Reapers, the same term once used by a disgraced Commander Shepard to intel suggests that the entire Batarian hegemony has been destroyed by an unknown force.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination. One moment, please. Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
Reported in Turian colonies. Fighting is said to have reached Paladin.
Please tell the Primacy that the Bold Protectorate wishes to assist with the Alliance project.
The galaxy from Paladin alone. The invading force appears to be the same that attacked those planets. According to the Council, these galaxy-wide attacks are part of a massive and organized invasion plan.
Hello, dear. Perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for my son.
But we spoke about this already.
There is no anti-humanity conspiracy here, Ms. Al-Jalani. The Council's simply not granting interviews at this time.
My viewers are going to know that CSEC and the Council are denying them access.
Listen, lady, you think I like playing gatekeeper between the paparazzi and the politicians? I don't have time to babysit them, and I'm not here to hold your hand.
Well, I'm camping out until I'm granted an audience.
Fine. I hope you brought a sleeping bag.
Commander Shepard? Commander, humanity has questions.
Damn press.
See, you're keeping the peace.
Yeah, I feel like a glorified doorman.
Most people would see it as a move up.
Wedged in here with all the stuffed shirts? I'd rather be back down on the streets. I appreciate the higher pay grade, but I'm not a political creature.
Don't lose your edge. You might need it.
Oh, wouldn't mind an excuse to get my fingers dirty. It's killing me about Earth.
You and me both.
I haven't been back in years. Now I may never. If this ain't the end of days, it's pretty damn close.
Commander, Councilor Udina said you'd be coming. If you'll follow me, the council is already in session.
Counselor, the Reapers are in our space as well. Earth is no more or less important than any Council homeworld.
But Earth was the first Council world hit. By all reports, it faces the brunt of the attack.
How do you know this is the brunt? New Reaper fronts are opening up everywhere.
The reports are accurate. Earth was attacked. A full-scale invasion. And it's just the beginning. We need your help. Everything you can spare.
Earth may be suffering, but our worlds are falling too. The Turians have lost Tatris.
We must fight this enemy together.
Need I remind you that the last time we fought the Reapers, Shepard sacrificed the Council to protect human interests?
True, but in the end we survived because we followed Shepard's lead.
And what if that's not enough this time?
The reports are dire. If we throw everything we have at the Reapers on Earth and lose, what then?
I don't expect you to follow me without a plan.
Counselors, we have that plan. A blueprint, created by the Protheans during their war with the Reapers.
Prothean? What is it exactly?
We're still piecing it together. But it appears to be a weapon of some sort.
And this is capable of destroying the Reapers?
So it would seem.
It's immense and intricate.
This is a fool's errand. The Protheans were wiped out by the Reapers. Clearly, the weapon is flawed.
It was incomplete. There was a missing component, here. Something referred to only as the catalyst. But they ran out of time before they could finish building it.
Do you believe in this, Shepard? After what you've seen of the Reapers?
Liara believes it can work, and so do I. And while I haven't always agreed with Udina, he's right about this. We need to stand together, now more than ever. The Reapers won't stop at Earth. They'll destroy every organic being in the galaxy if we don't find a way to stop them.
The Council cannot give Earth the military support it needs. Our own planets must come first.
The Solarian Union is convening a summit amongst our species. If we can secure our own borders, we may be able to aid you.
Our fleets are also engaged. Honesty is all I can offer, Commander. I will not make a promise of rescue that I cannot keep.
Shepard, meet me in my office.
I hope that's an offer of support. I'll be digging up what I can on this Prothean device, Shepard.
They're a bunch of self-concerned jackasses, Shepard. We may have a spot in the Council, but humanity will always be considered second-rate.
How can they be so blind?
Commander, I can't give you what you're asking for, but I can tell you how to get it.
I'm listening.
Paladin's Primarch Fedorian is the one that called the War Summit. He's your kind of man, open to extreme solutions. Trouble is, he didn't get out of Paladin's system when the Reapers attacked. We don't know if he's alive. He's essential to the summit. If the Normandy could extract him without being detected...
You want me to rescue his ass in the hopes he considers helping Earth?
Put bluntly, yes. I shouldn't even be telling you about it. But we need Fedorian alive, and your ship can get him. Save the Primarch, gain an ally. One with the power to grant you what you're looking for.
Well, the Reapers ravage Earth.
Your counselor was right. We need to work together. This is the best way to get that. Our intel says Primarch Fedorian is on Palaven's largest moon. Get in and out undetected, and he'll take care of the rest. Good luck, Commander. You're gonna need it. There is one other thing. The Council has agreed to reinstate your Spectre status. And there are certain resources that will be made available to you. Good luck.
Well, that went well.
It's a start. I'll talk to the others in the meantime. See if we can
Oh,
support this
shoot.
summit. Move things along.
Thanks.
Or should I play this for 4 hours and not stream again after? I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. Stream for 4 hours and not do anything after, because that seems like a lot. Yeah. Reckon I'm not that crazy. Shield regen speed, yeah. Oh, that's shooting range. No, I don't want to go there. No, okay.
The Council. All I can think is that the more things change, the more they stay the same. I've always loathed that phrase, fatalism. Not what men and women should aspire to. If we don't figure out something, maybe later, will be an epitaph on a mass grave of 11 billion.
I know what I'm gonna do. What are you gonna do?
Humanity is as feared as we are loved. Hopefully that works in our favor now. I'll try to get financial aid from as many worlds as I can. Maybe manpower, a few armed ships. I'll institute a draft in our colonies and order all civilian ships armed. Work on the Prothean device will be around the clock.
I should go.
I'll be here.
I'm up to my neck in trouble, but if there's anything you need, I'll do my damnedest to help.
It'll probably get worse before it gets better, Bailey.
Yeah, if it ever gets better.
Oh.
Commander Shepard. Commander, the people of the Alliance have questions. Commander Shepard, Khaleesa bint seen in Al-Jalani.
Oh, her
Isn't it true
again.
that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
I came to get help for Earth. For everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
The same thing I've been doing
Oh
for the past
shoot,
3
that
years.
was
Find a way
super
to
quick.
stop the Reapers. Get some help, Khaleesa. I have work to do.
This military has abandoned the Haiti.
Oh yeah, that's 20 minutes. No thanks. I'm not going back.
Hello, Commander Shepard. Welcome to The current Commander Bailey is the CSEC officer on duty. You will find him in the Citadel security...
That's it. Thanks.
Please speak with...
Recent intel suggests that the entire Batarian hegemony has been destroyed by an unknown force.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination. One moment, please.
Yeah, I wonder how this stacks up, like the loading.
Okay. First deployment. Reports say not to depend on comms.
Because I would imagine that the loading is faster, but not hugely faster. Oh, it's like I think you're Nick Torment or something. I'm not too sure. What these mean?
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Counselor information on the Prothean device. It can't be built without Council support, but he's not budging until their Primarch is safe.
I know.
Are you all right?
I didn't get what you'd call a good night's rest.
There's more to it than that, isn't there? What's really bothering you?
When the Reapers hit, I could hear people screaming in the streets below me. We left a lot of them behind.
There's no way for you to save them all. But I know you're doing everything you can, and you'll get back there in time to help.
I hope you're right.
Don't blame yourself, Commander.
Commander Shepard? I'm Specialist... Oh. I beg your pardon. I thought you were alone.
I was just leaving.
Commander Shepard, I'm comm specialist Samantha Trainer with Alliance R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance. There weren't many of us aboard when the Reapers hit.
Slow down, Specialist Trainer. You're doing fine.
Thank you. I worked in a lab. I never thought I'd be serving on a ship.
Why don't you tell me about the retrofits?
The ship's in line with Alliance regs now, and it has new, top-of-the-line quantum entanglement communicators. In fact, Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
Yes, I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event, I'm honored to serve under you, Commander. For as long as you need me, that is. They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
Shepard, some of our systems require further testing, and Specialist Trainer has been extremely effective during installation. I would prefer that she remain.
Got it, Edie.
Oh, wait, since when does a virtual intelligence make requests?
Edie's an AI.
So,
self-aware.
Oh,
yeah, that's weird. You were Alliance and Cerberus and Alliance.
To be a simple VI to protect myself. I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, Edie, and I apologize for all those
Yeah,
times I
the
talked
first
about
time
how
you were with the
attractive
Alliance.
your voice was. Anyway, shall I give you a tour? I think you'll be
Second
impressed by the new
game,
upgrades.
you were with Cerberus.
In the CIC, you'll find the galaxy map where you can set the Normandy's
Well,
destination.
Cerberus
You can also check your messages at your private
recreated
terminal.
you.
The War Room houses a strategic
But you
command
had
center
a
for
choice
mission-specific intel and
between
war analysis.
Cerberus and Alliance.
The shuttle
And
bay
I
contains
want
an
more
armory where you can modify
Alliance.
your equipment between missions. Finally, Liara has set up a lot of hardware down at the
But
XO
I
office on Deck 3.
wonder what would
I think
happen
she's
if you went
claimed that room.
Cerberus.
And there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now. Speaking of which, I
Would
believe
it
Admiral
be
Hackett would like to
different?
speak to you at the
No.
VidCon.
Probably not. Because I don't see the freaking main sword changing.
Sounds like they're running scared.
We did present them with a lot of unknowns. They're feeling threatened and want immediate solutions, not theories.
Theories are all we've got right now. What's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for a summit meeting with the Asari and Solarians. I'll bypass the Council and appeal directly to their leadership.
That's good, I like it. This is where we start laying the groundwork for our counterattack.
Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot to back it up right now.
Then build alliances. Gather everything and everybody you can for the cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get. We need to keep hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device.
And when it's finished?
Assuming it ever is, we pool all our resources. Think of it as a giant armada for delivering the device, when the Reapers are most vulnerable. The stronger you can make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I understand.
Good. Then make it happen, Commander. I'll be expecting regular updates on your progress. Hack it out.
Oh. Never mind, I thought it was something else.
I can't believe the Council won't help. Come on, Sarah. Commander, the Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
Oh, do we keep the Cerberus ship though?
Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
They're doing everything they can.
Did they at least validate our parking? Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them. You know, for old time's sake.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
So where's what is it? Health boost. There's no trophy thing anymore. That's weird. Because there was a trophy tracker. There used to be one, but now no. That sucks. Oh, he's down here. Oh, that guy too.
Hey, Shepard. How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal, unhelpful.
Bet they still wanted you to help them out, no?
Yep. We're going to rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld. You come down here for something? Or are you just looking?
I did just come to chat, but I might stay for the show.
Have to work harder than that if you want me to blush. Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right. Forgot about that. Well... Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
Oh, I can dance.
Okay, Lola. Let's do this.
Don't let my good looks fool you, Vega. I got my share of scars.
You remind me of my old CO.
Oh, yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader.
Was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Tough choice. But it was the right call.
Freaking what?
You think so?
I would have done the same.
Got it dirty hidden.
That's what's funny. You were doing the same thing. You took out the collectors. We never needed that intel.
You didn't know. You can't blame
I
yourself.
don't know. This
Who
looks...
says I'm blaming myself?
Just a guess.
You a shrink too?
No, but that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
A little stupid.
So, maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Or maybe... I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn war!
Good to hear it.
Oh,
you
it's
sacrifice yourself
probably
or
the
my ship
bumpers,
needlessly?
not the triggers to do that.
Unacceptable.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Anytime.
Hey. Thanks for the dance, Lola.
Lola, huh?
You kinda look like a Lola.
You're cute. So I'll let you get away with it. For now.
That's it. Now you made me blush.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So, you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. In my experience, It made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo.
I'm also responsible for logistics, making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
Keep up the hard work, but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
Engineering.
Commander, welcome back to the Normandy. Or maybe you should be saying that to me.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to
I
build
thought
a
they
ship.
did that.
And about that,
I
Cerberus,
thought they changed
I
my
owe you an
clothes.
apology.
I guess
How so?
not.
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chakwas contacted me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back. I'm sorry for that.
Your alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Yeah, I guess I accidentally didn't do that. I just thought I did.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refer 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office. It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
You know, I was hoping this new council would be...
Brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. This will be difficult even for us. If something happens on a mission, if either one of us are hurt, I'll always remember that tour of the Normandy. But let's be honest, Shepard. It's been more than a half a year. Should we continue where we left off?
I'd like that more than anything, Liara.
Good. I was getting worried.
There were a lot of reasons I was happy to see you on Mars.
I'd like that list. But later? There's so much left to do. I'm working with Edie. Hopefully we can discover what the Protheans left for us. But I'm looking forward to talking about something other than business. Maybe later?
What is it? Oh, I should have seen the other upgrade. Oops. Oh, that was before I went downstairs and did this. Okay. I just skip over dialogue then.
If you have it analyzed, I'll inform. In the meantime.
You know, I was hoping this new council.
A few, so you have access?
What I can...
It'd be nice to...
Should we continue where we left?
Plus 15. Oh. Ammo capacity shields. Shields I'd rather have.
A new notification is available on the private messages terminal.
Oh, that's to respec. But it costs money. Hate that. In games. Like, oh, you can respect, but you need money to do it. It's just like, god damn it. Why can't it be free?
Commander, come to check on your new recruit.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Next time you need something, just ask. You're not alone here.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I
Yeah,
appreciate you
there's
giving me the
kind
chance to
of
stay.
a problem
Was
with
there
that,
anything else?
me doing that.
Carry on, specialist.
Like, I'll probably do that. I try Tunic, but I'll switch the buttons. So the buttons aren't as weird. Because, yeah, X should have been right trigger, I think. I don't know if that's just me, but that's what I think. I kinda like the red one. Oh, what is this? I don't know. People keep calling me. I don't recognize the number. I don't know why I do that, but if I don't recognize the number, I won't pick up. It's like, I don't know, maybe I should pick up, but I don't know, I just don't really like to, if it's not a number I know.
Commander, I've got a hail from Admiral Hackett.
Put him through, Lieutenant.
Because I know I probably should do that.
We sent in a recon team, but
But
they were forced to
it's
pull out
like,
before they got very far.
Any other intel?
We think they're using the facility to warehouse and study Reaper tech. We've been wondering how
pick
services
up
connected to the
to
Reapers, and this might give us some answers.
numbers. I don't really know, but it's just annoying.
Hack it out.
Because you don't know who's on the other end. I don't know, because I'm not gonna say who is it then. Oh, just hang up. I'm not gonna be an asshole like that.
Commander, I'm tracking some tech with a Reaper signature.
That's why I kind of wish we can even sell for the color display. So weird that they don't.
Well, that's weird looking. Guess we found it.
Oh, this is a server space. I think you go here in the online, but I don't think the online is functioning. Like EA took down the servers.
Roger that. Meet you at the landing pad.
I'm pretty sure.
Second sample located, Commander. Nav point updated.
Good work.
Yeah, that's weird to me. Oh. Jesus, what the hell? Oh. Yeah, I'd rather have boosted shields and boosted thing than boosted health.
Cortez, second sample secured. Heading back to you now.
Negative, Commander. Pad got hot. Had to bug out. Got 3 birds on my 6. Taking fire. Scratch that. Make it 4. We'll rendezvous when I can. Out.
Well, because health doesn't regenerate all the same, but then shields do. Oh god.
Stay focused. This isn't over yet.
I could do this all day.
Oh.
Cortez, do you copy? What's your status? Lieutenant!
Last stand, Commander?
Just stay focused and keep at it.
Okay. Oh wait. This sucks. Oh, I probably have to get rid of those, probably, don't I?
I hope he's still alive.
You'll make it. Let's just keep the landing pad clear.
Yeah. I thought so.
Commander, had to go dark side to shake him. Coming in hot. Be ready. We're ready for extraction as soon as you can get here. We're at the extraction point, ready for pickup.
Oh no. Is that it? Okay. That was easy.
Commander, we've got our best engineers looking at the Reaper tech you secured from that lab.
What was Cerberus doing with it?
We don't know yet, but whatever Cerberus is up to, it can't be good. Even if we can't determine its purpose, we've disrupted their experiments.
I doubt they'll just close up shop.
Agreed. We'll keep sending strikes against the facility. Good work, Commander.
Okay, now.
See the Citadel when we were there on leave? You'd never know there was a war on. You'll know soon enough. All those refugees had to go somewhere.
So, go. Yeah, the loads are really not that long.
The private messages
So I think...
Hello again, Shepard.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course. Hello again, Shepard.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
So is that drone your new secretary?
Glyph is a VI shell that indexes my search functions on the data feeds. I couldn't work without it. Although I'm lucky Edie let Glyph on board after it tried to rewrite her scheduled tasks.
I was merely attempting to standardize the ship's automated systems to our own, Dr. Tassoni.
Yes, that's precisely why you're confined to the cabin.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship. Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars.
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
Is there... no.
Commander?
Link when it loads is on a static screen. So it's like... There we go. Yeah, his default suit, I don't know what it looks like.
Eden Prime. This is where it all began. Where the Prothean beacon gave you the vision that warned us about the Reapers.
And where you went up against Saren in the Geth
with
the first time.
that freaking armor, my helmet doesn't come off. That is stupid.
They deserve better.
I know. The Alliance did what it could to evacuate colonists, but Cerberus came in so quickly.
If we find survivors, we'll do what we can. What about this artifact? Is it part of the Prothean device we found on Mars?
The Alliance didn't get any specifics about what Cerberus has uncovered. But whatever it is, it's better off with us than with Cerberus.
I'm bringing you in as close to the dig site as I can. No way we'll avoid detection, but you should have a few minutes.
Understood. All right, everyone. Get ready to move.
With luck, we can get to the dig site before Cerberus knows we're here. No sign of survivors. Come on, we need to find the dig site.
This was a beautiful colony once.
They came back after the Geth attack. They'll come back from this.
I grew up on ships. Lose one, you can always move to another.
But you'd still remember. Shepard, this Cerberus data could help the colonists still alive on other parts of Eden Prime.
How?
I can get this intel to Eden Prime's resistance. Maybe it will help them fight back against Cerberus. There. That's the elevator. That leads down into the dig site.
I was not sure.
Curtis, that doesn't seem possible. It's not a Prothean artifact, it's a Prothean.
You mean a collector?
But
the Reapers turned the Protheans into?
No, an original unmodified Prothean who's still alive.
You're right.
Yeah, it's not like I really care,
You
to
saw
be
Prothean
honest.
stasis chambers in the archives on Ilos. The only
because
reason
it's
those
just
failed
a
was a lack of power.
preset.
Cerberus found this in an underground bunker. It still has
And,
power. He's been in stasis
face.
for the past 50,000 years, waiting for us. Think of what we could learn.
Good thing we brought our Prothean expert.
I hope I can help. If this single Prothean was sent into stasis, he could be the foremost scientist of his time, or perhaps the wisest counselor.
Oh, it's
Cerberus damaged the
armor.
life pod when they excavated it. The life signs are unstable.
And let's get him out of there.
No, breaking open the pod would kill him. We have to find
Yeah,
the
I'll
command
probably
signal that
go
ends the
back
stasis mode.
to the old
We
one.
also need to figure out how to physically open the pod without doing more damage. Cerberus took over the labs nearby to research what they found at the dig site. That's likely our best bet.
Heads up!
Alright, let's get moving before more of them come back.
More intel to help the colonists. The more we find, the better chance they'll have.
Oh, I will find that. Did you tell me where it is? Oh. Yeah, I think the engineers.
There. That lab found footage of the Protheans. Cerberus is studying it to figure out how to physically open the pod.
Because the engineer has that freaking has that thing, that drone. And that drone is super good. Well, because it kills things for you. And that's what I'm gonna need for the Insanity playthrough. Is those drones.
How many have we lost?
Reaper forces have destroyed approximately.
Third of our people.
Alert! North side bulkhead cannot be sealed. Hostiles detected.
Then all forces to the north.
I think I can duplicate that to open the life pod.
You understood that?
You didn't?
No. All I saw was static. Cerberus was trying to make sense of it without success. The Prothean cipher you received on Pharaohs, it lets you see the images as a Prothean would and understand their language.
Whatever it does, I saw the video and how they sealed the life pods.
Perfect. Then we just need the signal they use to activate stasis mode.
I'm fun. That was so annoying having fun and stuff. And I'm gonna freaking get another position because I was starting to hurt. Because I was lying down. But yeah, if Neo is true, I think frickin' a reveal's gonna come soon, because we basically know most of everything about it. Yeah, that was your speculation on his part. Where, frickin' Chrono Cross is gonna come to frickin' Spartacus or Neo. Because you couldn't, because you really can't pre-order the game. Because apparently that's what Plus does. So you don't pre-order the game and frickin' then it comes to Plus. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, that would make sense. They do that for that reason, but that doesn't always guarantee that something's gonna come to PlayStation Plus. Because who knows if it's coming to PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Neo now, if that is its name. Well, we'll just have a wait and see. Because Chrono Cross releases on April 7th. So we'll wait until then. Most likely, it will probably be announced like a few days before, I'm gonna guess.
I never thought our empire
and
would want. We will sleep here until the Reapers return
When
to Doc's
does
base.
that come?
Then we will rise, 1,000,000 strong. For the Empire. For the Empire.
April was
Into your
freaking
stasis pod.
PlayStation Plus games.
Victory. Broadcast the stasis readiness signal to all life pods.
And the
So it comes on the 5th, not the 7th.
Their sacrifice will be
So-
honored in the coming Empire.
Yeah. So it's not going to be a day one thing. I don't know,
You understood that one
maybe
too?
they're planning something else.
Excellent.
Because
We have
it's not
everything we
going
need
to
to
be
open the pod.
PlayStation Plus.
Backup forces are here.
Because PlayStation Plus is on April 5th, not April 7th. It's a free game. But who knows, they might have a bonus game, but I still don't think so. But I love to be proven wrong. It's just, I don't really, freaking get too excited about rumors and stuff, because if they don't turn out to be true, it's like you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. So it just honestly really doesn't make sense to be excited about rumors and that. Well, I would say Microsoft is a primary reason for that. Because I keep, because in 2018 and 2019 and 2020, freaking I heard like always want to be great things on Xbox at E3. It's like, but those were all disappointing actually. There was pretty much nothing exciting. So honestly, I'm like that because that, more or less. Who's that? Oh, hi. How are you doing? Abraham. But saying that, it's not like it's interesting to speculate. But just, I think just don't get yourself too excited. Oh, what's that? Doing good. Oops. Freaking phone, it fell. That's good. I don't know where to put my phone now. because freaking nowhere's a really good spot anymore because I don't have that side table. But oh well. And yeah, I don't know why it took me so long to play Mass Effect 3. I think because streaming services are just whatever to me. Just because they're so cheap, it doesn't feel like you actually bought the game. And it's like I played Mass Effect 1 and 2 and I think, oh, that's worth it, even though I didn't play the third game. At the time, that is. Yeah, I keep having a fine thing, I don't know where it is. A little help would be appreciated.
They were gunned down while having drinks and watching the game.
Son of a bitch, this was somebody's home.
Where is this thing? But if Chrono Cross was some kind of freebie on PlayStation, that would be cool. Because I never played Chrono Cross. So experiencing it, I don't know, this would be cool. I've been everywhere, and I still don't know where this thing is. That's really confusing. Hello. Gotta find this eventually, but who knows when. Oh, maybe it's over here. Oh my god, finally. God, I hate searching for crap. It's the worst thing. But developers keep doing it. I don't get this at all. Oh, there's a thing, but can I get down there? God damn. Oh, well, there's a ladder here. Did not see that. Frickin' finally. If we could never do searching nonsense again, that would be too soon.
Lots of bogies inbound, Commander. We'll have to hold this position.
Yeah, I don't know why. But I hate that. Where's the enemies? Oh. Oh, there. Yeah, I think I dropped off. Whoa. I think they're all dead now. Oh, there's still bullets. So, I'll probably do all the DLC stuff though. Is this DLC? Because I really don't remember.
We're almost there.
If anybody's low, there's a Cerberus supply cache in the building next door.
I can lay down a singularity to block enemy access. Heavy mech, don't let it get close!
Is that it? Oh no, there's people. Yeah, there's people inside. Okay.
There, you can open the life pod now.
There. That was a little frustrating because it didn't tell me exactly where to go. I don't know, I just like that. Games that hold my hand. I don't know, because I just do.
It may take him some time to fully regain consciousness.
Oh, well, if you're not gonna freaking do that, at least give me a map of where I've been and where I need to go. Potentially where I need to go. Like, Resident Evil, the early Resident Evils do that.
Be careful, he's confused.
Oh, and even, the newer Resident Evil still do that. Where it's like,
Remember,
oh,
it's
you've
been
been here,
50,000
but you
years for us,
haven't been
but for
here.
him, it's only been
A few minutes.
And that's a
bunker is
pretty
falling. There is
good
no other option.
indication
There are
of a
pods
goal
online. Those
there.
soldiers are still alive.
Their sacrifice will be honored in the coming Empire. Preparing neutron bombardment. Get to your life pod now.
Yeah, I guess the game doesn't need to completely hold my hand. It's just having good design outside of markers need to be good. If they're not, it's like, what the hell?
Further adjustments may be necessary. The neutron purge compromised the facility.
Clarify.
Sensors are damaged. Automated reactivation is not an option. You'll remain in stasis until a new culture discovers this bunker. This may lead to a power shortage.
Do not shut off more pods. I need the few that are left.
Power needs will be triaged appropriately. You will be the voice of our people.
I will be more.
It's like, Carrion was a good game.
How many others?
A good example of a bad map.
You can understand me?
Yes. Now that I've read your physiology, your nervous system.
Like it told you where to go, but there was way too much backtracking.
Our failure.
So it wasn't always clear where you had to go.
Everything they could. They never give up. And I could use some of that commitment now.
Because obviously you would have to visit already explored areas. It's like, why?
Will you join us?
You fight.
It's like, seriously, don't do that.
And we will see.
It's annoying.
A living Prothean.
That's correct, Admiral.
So I don't
but
know.
He's not quite what we expected.
Commander, our scientists barely understand what they need to do here. If the Prothean can help us construct this device, we need his cooperation.
Understood, Admiral.
We're losing colonies faster than we can evacuate. We've never seen a force like the Reapers.
He has, Admiral.
Can he help us?
I intend to find out.
Good. Cerberus slipped up and gave us a new weapon. Don't let it go to waste. Hack it out.
Shepard, I need you down in the port cargo hold. It's about our new guest.
I'm on my way. What's the problem?
I've tried to make the room more accommodating, but they're not letting me talk to him.
Apologies, Doctor. Contact protocol with a new species. Assume hostility. We had to dust off the regulations.
But he's not new. I've spent my life studying Protheans.
At ease. I don't think our guest will be a problem.
Like, now you don't need that stupid Cerberus network.
I can sense fear in you, anxiety and distress. The Reapers are winning.
Because for the PS3 you need the Cerberus network, and it was
It is in your cells,
kind of
your
annoying.
DNA. Experience is a biological marker.
But that was
Then what exactly did you experience back on Eden
EA's
Prime? That was a hell of a
freaking
flashback.
The battle left its
strategy
mark on me.
to
I
try
communicated
and
this to you. It can work both ways.
bypass
Like your beacons.
PlayStation Now. No, PlayStation Now,
Yes.
PlayStation Store,
Which
so they get the profit.
you found one. You saw it
Because
all.
it
Our destruction,
would
our
be
warnings.
through EA
Why would they
servers,
hit it?
not
Why didn't you prepare for the Reapers, human?
It's Commander,
PlayStation.
and nobody could understand your warnings. The beacon nearly killed me.
Then communication is still primitive in this cycle.
But I
We
don't
pieced
know,
together
EA
what we could
was
and used it to stop a
really
Reaper invasion 3
greedy.
years ago.
Like, and
Then
they
the
still
extinction was
are.
delayed.
Now we have your plans for the device. We're going to build it.
Device?
The weapon your people were working on. I'd hoped you could tell us how to finish it.
We never finished it. It was too late.
Freaking
Then I take it you don't know
WWE
anything about the catalyst.
2K22 is like
No.
that. Sure, they
was a
skipped a
soldier,
year,
not a scientist. Skilled in one
but
art.
they're super greedy because my
was your mission?
faction.
Among my people, there were avatars of many traits. Bravery, strength, cunning. A single exemplar for each.
Which are you?
Because
embodiment
that's
of vengeance. I am
basically
the anger of a
just
dead people, demanding blood be spilled for the blood
my
we lost.
ultimate team
Only when the last
in
Reaper has been
FIFA,
destroyed will my purpose be fulfilled.
or whatever it's
No
called.
other reason to exist.
Where they bring bunch of
Those who share my
microtransactions and
purpose
that.
become allies.
And
Those
it's
who don't
their hope
become casualties.
that people
Nothing in our fight
spend,
against the Reapers has
every
been that
person
cut and
spends
dry.
over $60.
Because you still have
So
hope
it's like
that this war will end with your
they
honor
bought
intact.
2 games
I
in
do.
one.
Stand in the ashes of 1 trillion dead souls and ask the ghosts if honor matters.
I don't
May
know, that's
silence
why
is
I
your answer.
really don't like microtransactions. They're freaking
We
dumb
found
as shit.
this at the dig site. I assume it belongs to you.
It is a memory shard.
Could it help us with the device?
And honestly,
No, it contains only pain. But I will help you fight.
with microtransactions,
And the last
like
thing
again,
the
they're
Reapers hear before they
targeting
die
kids
will be
mostly.
the last voice of the Protheans, sending them to their grave.
If you don't mind, I have a few more questions I'd like to ask.
Here it comes.
I've written over a dozen studies on your species. I've published in several journals that...
Amusing. Asari have finally mastered writing.
I'm sorry.
Never mind. What do you wish to know?
Thank you for talking with me. I never imagined actually
I
meeting
don't
the
know,
Prothean.
it's just so stupid.
This has been amusing.
Oh?
To discover
Why
the most primitive
people
races
do
of my
that.
time now rule the galaxy. The Asari, the humans, the Turians.
There's also the Solarians.
The lizard people evolved.
I believe they're
Like, pay
amphibian.
more for a game.
They used to eat flies. Commander,
Like, if it deserves it, okay,
I am known
yes.
as Javik.
Because
Though I
I
still
did
need
that
time to
with,
recover. The shock has
this
not gone
guy
off
of
yet.
5.
I understand. This must be a hell of an experience
Like,
for you.
I didn't buy
I'm just glad to have you
the,
aboard, Javik.
any DLCs until after the game. So it's not like I totally
You have no
don't
questions, Commander?
understand.
Nothing more.
Commander,
It's just that I don't know, people just throw money at games with microtransactions, and it's like, why though?
There is new information on the private messages terminal.
A Prothean. A living, breathing Prothean right below me.
He's not what I... This terminal contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces. Dr. Tassoni has granted you access.
And yeah, I think I'll never do that. I won't say never, because who knows. But most likely I won't. Like 95% I'll say.
You may want to check in on Shuttle Pilot Cortez down in the armory.
Because that was just so stupid. Because that was just so dumb. And it's just completely not worth it. Oh, the Citadel? No, I don't wanna do that. I go to here then. I didn't know when I was a Citadel. Like it wanted me to go to. Okay. Like, if this wasn't the original game, it's like, I completely and like, if this is not a DLC, I completely don't remember. yeah, I forgot that stupid suit. Let's take it off.
Oh no. No. Palaven.
We have an old friend there.
Holy hell. They're getting decimated.
Strongest military in the galaxy, and the Reapers are obliterating it.
Was it like this on Earth?
Yes.
Shepard. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Commander, the LZ's getting swarmed.
James, open that hatch. All right, get in, get out. Let's go.
Nice shot, Tex. Hell of a wake-up call.
Oh, I remember this place. Oh. So yeah, this is the only gun you really need. Well, because, like, there's no thermal this, then you avoid it, so it turns back up.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
Tabestic, get your men up on that north barricade.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Bartis, find a way to
So
get that
that's
comm
pretty
tower
much the
operational.
only gun you need.
Sir.
General?
Commander Shepard, heard you were coming, but I didn't believe it. General Corinthus.
I've come to get Primarch Fedorian.
Obviously,
Primarch Fedorian
you
is
don't
dead.
get it
His
right
shuttle was shot
away.
down an hour ago as it tried to leave the moon.
That weapon.
That's gonna complicate things.
And it's thanks to
I'm sorry.
DLC.
I hear he was a good man.
And a friend. He would have been an
At
outstanding
least I'm
diplomat.
guessing.
So what happens now?
The Turian hierarchy provides very clear lines of succession.
Because I don't
Right.
remember
General
having
Corinthus?
a gun.
With such heavy casualties, it's hard for me to be certain who the next Primarch is. Palaven Command will know. However, at the moment, contacting them is impossible. The comm tower is out. Husks are swarming that area. We can't get close enough to repair it.
Don't worry, General. I'll get your tower operational.
Thank you, Commander. I'll take care of
Because,
things on this end.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I don't think there's a PS5 version of this game.
I see the
Only
comm
a
tower.
PS4.
To the left of the main barricade in front of Palaven.
Let's go.
Oh.
We can't repair it from this panel. James, you're up for tower repair.
On it. Might take me a while, but I'll do my best.
Here they come.
Ready, Liara?
You bet. Let's take
If
these monsters.
I can spell. Oh shoot. I wonder if, Sanity is gonna come to places now. I know I played quite a bit on, Xbox.
General, do you read? The comm tower is now operational.
Much appreciated, Commander. I'll contact Palaven Command.
Let me know when you've got something. I'll help your men till I hear from you.
Understood.
Shepard out.
Yeah, I don't know. Did that actually maybe have this gun?
On our way.
Yeah, maybe it had this gun, but it was maybe a little whatever to me. Because maybe I didn't like the way you had to wait. And
What have you got?
As your partner said,
your
succession is usually
powers
simple, but right now, the
do
hierarchy's in chaos.
get
So
whatever
many dead
with
are
that
MIA.
gun.
I
But
need
it's
someone. I don't
really
care who, as
freaking
long as they can get us
powerful.
the Turian resources we need.
A lot better than
find you the Primarch.
my gun I use.
Garrus.
Oh,
Vicarian,
Jesus.
sir. I didn't see you arrive.
At ease, General.
So yeah, I guess he wouldn't
be on
be
Palaven.
here if I
If we lose this moon, we
didn't
lose
save
Palaven.
him.
I'm the closest damn thing we have to an expert on Reaper forces, so I'm advising.
James, this is Garrus Vicarian. He helped me stop the Collectors. He's a hell of a soldier.
Lieutenant.
I'm
good to
gonna
see you too,
actually
Leon.
see that if there's a
to see you in one
PS5
piece, Garrus.
version of this game.
General Corinthus filled me in. We know who we're after.
Palaven Command tells me that the next Primarch is General Adrian Victus.
Victus. His name's crossed my desk.
Know him, Garrus?
I was fighting alongside him this morning. Lifelong military, gets results, popular with his troops. Not so popular
Where?
with
Oh
military
yeah,
command. Has a
Amazon.
reputation for playing loose with accepted strategy.
Do you wanna? Sure,
What do you
why
mean?
not?
On Tatris, during the uprisings.
Yeah, I
the squad
should
discovered
have.
a Solarian spy ring about the same
oh.
time the Turian separatists did. Rather than neutralize the ring, he fell back. He even gave up valuable
mess.
fortifications which the rebels took.
Then the rebels attacked the Solarians, and when both groups had worn each other down,
No
Victus moved back in.
mass
Didn't lose
effect,
a
no
man.
mass
Bold
warfare.
strategy. But wild behavior doesn't get you advanced up the meritocracy.
Legendary edition.
Primarch Victus. That should be something to see.
Yeah, there seems to not be
Get the
that.
job done?
There
We
seems
both
to
know
be only a
conventional strategy
PS4 version, not a
now, he could be our best
PS5.
shot, and I trust him.
Okay, let's get him on the
So
shuttle and
that's
get out of here.
something.
Can this wait, Joker? We're in the middle of a war zone.
Oh, the PS4 version is sold out. Not the Xbox version? That's weird.
I need the Normandy standing by. We may have to bug out.
Should I go back and take a look?
Do it.
Yeah, does that mean...
Yeah, but we got 7.
Does that
He went to
mean...
bolster a flank that was breaking.
Does that mean PlayStation players
We're
like
trying to raise him, Commander.
Mass Effect better than Xbox players? That would be weird because he started on Xbox. Yeah,
General,
that
tell
would be
Primarch Victus
so
we'll rendezvous here.
weird.
In the meantime, let's go take care of whatever that thing dropped off. Coming, Garrus?
To the point that would make absolutely no sense.
James, that's you breathing so hard?
So I don't
Atmosphere's
know.
a little thinner than I'm used to, is all.
Actually,
Adrenaline's better than oxygen any day.
because yeah, Mass Effect started on Xbox. Sure, it came to PS3 in a collection afterwards. That would still be weird. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to break out.
I think we're done here.
Did I defeat him? This is anything over there. So I don't know. I'm super confused.
Shepard, come in.
Hey, guy.
Go ahead.
Still trying to raise the Primarch.
I
We've
did
got
it.
trouble back here at the main barricade. If the Reapers breach it, we're done.
On my way.
Oh no, I need to do that.
Just picking them off. Maybe I can do 3 at a time.
They're on top of us.
Oh.
They're on top of us. Heads up! Here comes another wave!
Yeah, like fish in a barrel.
What?
All humans say, like fish in a barrel.
Why is this so many?
They're on top of us.
Oh no.
Holy hell! What is that thing?
What's the word on the Primarch?
Still can't get a stable comm link.
Okay, I'm going on foot. Shepard out. Garrus, take me to the last place you saw Victus. How far?
Should be pretty quick, unless we find trouble. Damn it. Look at Palaven. That blaze of orange. The big one. That's where I was born.
That's rough. Still have family there?
My dad. A sister.
How bad is it?
3 million lost the first day. 5 the second.
How's your military holding up?
Look around. That should give you some idea.
Are you putting up a good fight?
For now. But how long does it take before the fight's kicked out of them? If they'd only listened to your warnings about the Reapers, we might have been ready.
Maybe. Hard to figure how you prepare for something like this. More back here.
Yeah, I'm probably and just see how they're doing because I'll probably ask that on the PS5 version.
It's gonna be bad all over.
Always ask that.
Leaving the fight just pisses me off.
But you're here asking Victus to do the same.
This
Leave the
time
fight to make
like,
nice and some board.
I probably won't because
None of us is beating the Reapers alone.
I don't know. I know it's just only a few minutes, but I probably still
Soldier,
won't.
you okay?
Yes, sir. We'll make it.
Have you seen General Victus?
Half hour ago. Headed south.
Okay, good luck.
Yes, sir.
That crash.
Maybe.
75?
Who knows?
Not sure.
Sounds right.
Hard to see a beautiful ship like that.
That was a little closer than I'd like.
I'll say. So Lola, you really think this summit will work? I mean, Asari? Solarians? Where's the Krogan and Batarians? Where's the meat?
It's not that easy.
The Batarians took the first hit when the Reapers arrived. Not much left of them. And the Krogan have never forgiven us for the genophage.
Right. Turians sterilized them.
Solarian came up.
And the Krogan hate them both for it.
So they won't be joining us.
Too bad. I fought with a Krogan. They're tough sons of bitches. That sounds bad!
Okay, double time! No Reapers taking this Primarch from me!
Right behind
you! It's like, yeah, when I play Mass Effect 2 again on this 5, I'll probably do the loyalty missions again, but not all of them. Most likely do Miranda. Then obviously do her. Kasumi or whatever. Freaking got me enough with the corner.
It's been a brutal fight for these guys.
But the tide's turning.
Turn up the heat!
That's my hand. Okay, there we go.
General Victus?
Yes?
I'm Commander Shepard of the Normandy.
Commander, I know who you are. I can't wait to find out what brings you out here. Vicarian, where did you go?
Heavy Reaper unit on the right flank. I believe your exact words.
I'll probably
Appreciate it.
do that.
General, you're needed off planet. I've come to get you.
It will take something beyond important for me to leave my men or my Turian brothers and sisters in their fight.
Like, I mean, complete this area,
You
then
need
still.
immediately to chair a summit and represent your people in the fight against the Reapers.
I'm Primarch of Palaven.
Negotiating for the Turian hierarchy?
Yes.
I've spent my whole life in the military. I'm no diplomat. I hate diplomats.
War is your resume. At a time like this, we need leaders who've been through that hell.
I like that. You're right.
And honestly, uniting these races may take as much strength as facing the Reapers. You see this devastation, Primarch? Double that for Earth. I need an alliance. I need the Turian fleet.
Give me a moment to say goodbye to my men.
Without him down here, there's a good chance we lose this move.
Without him up there's a good chance we lose everything.
Look at that. And they want my opinion on how to stop it? Failed CSEC officer, vigilante, and I'm their expert advisor?
So, yeah, I'll do that. Oops, I forgot to go
I don't know,
back
Garrus,
to
but I'm
Twitch.
sure as hell gonna give it my best shot.
I'm damn sure nobody else can do it.
No, I said I would do
Whatever it's
that
worth,
anyways.
I'm
This week's gonna be huge for
Welcome aboard.
Game Pass. Why?
Are you ready, Primarch
Like, I
Victus?
keep clicking on these articles and they just turn out to be huge
Commander, I appreciate your
clickbait.
need for our fleets, but I can't spare them. Not while my world is burning. But if the pressure could be taken off Palaven.
One of the biggest
pretty tall order.
investments
We
in
need the Krogan.
games
I
and
can't see us winning this
potential
thing without them.
announcements.
Get them to help us, and then we can help you.
The Krogan.
Looks like
Well,
your
that
summit has
goes
got a
the
lot
same
more
with any freaking developer. It's like, they could potentially have the best game in the world. Like, what are you saying?
I apologize for being so frank, Commander, but your plan feels doomed to failure. We know.
Oh
We've been
shoot,
there before.
this controller
Madam
is
Counselor,
almost
let me-
about to die.
I'm not the only one that feels
I
this
think
way.
I saw
The
that.
Solarian Dalatras is
Saw
livid.
that message
Some
right
of these
when
issues
it
are
was
hundreds of
going
years
on.
old. Time to let go.
Perhaps. Still, we can't help but feel that this summit is a waste of your time.
Oh, they
And we can't afford to
freaking
have it waste ours. We must focus our attention on the arrival of the Reapers.
are
So no, the
doing
Asari will
old
not be at your
titles.
summit.
Our alliance would be stronger with the Krogan.
New Game
We all
Pass
do.
games this week. Crusader Kings 3 in the Weird West.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available.
Yeah, that's a huge freaking week for Game Pass. Like, god damn it, I keep falling for these freaking things. Yeah, these things, I keep falling for them. Well, I keep falling for them because, like I want to,
Commander, thank you for allowing me
get
to use
excited
ship
for Game
and for
Pass
going
again.
along with this
I
plan.
want
Garrus
to
said he
do
had to
this.
attend to
It's
Normandy's
just,
weapon systems. Something about calibration.
it's just
Sounds like
freaking
Garrus.
the
I'm sorry to
games
say the
that they're
Asari counselor
announcing
won't be
for
joining
Game
us.
Pass.
She thinks
Like,
there's too much
god
bad blood with
damn.
the Krogan.
She may be right.
They're not even freaking trying.
If we don't try.
Well, they're not
Put it that
trying because obviously,
The sooner we have this summit, the sooner we
no one
Is there
is
something else I can help
competing against them right now. So it's like, why do we have a, why do we have a
My thoughts are
try
with Palaven.
when it's a race, obviously, and frickin' no one else is at the finish line or the starting line.
Commander, Edie just went offline.
What do you mean offline?
I don't know, she's not responding and I can't access the AI core diagnostics. You better get down to deck 3.
Commander, comm systems are going haywire. Whatever's happening is centered on deck 3.
See if you can get to Edie. I'll check the AI core.
Well, that's kind of a lie because There's Google Stadia and frickin' Amazon Luna, but here's frickin' Amazon Luna hobbling with one leg. Then there's frickin' what is it? Oh yeah, then there's frickin' Google that broke their leg. More or less. So it's basically a one-person race. And it's like, Microsoft is like, why should we really try?
Shepard, what's happening?
Something's in the AI core.
Edie, you'd better go quickly. I'll check on my own computers.
Running safe mode diagnostic.
Shepard, what's happening?
Something's in the AI core.
Edie, you'd better go quickly. I'll check on my own computers.
Running safe mode diagnostics. Please stand by.
But yeah, I said it would stop. So, well, I just
Please
say.
enjoy your day.
And then stop. How long have you been going though? 3 hours 51 minutes. Oh, minus cutscenes and that, I'm guessing. But I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna save again because why not? And I'm gonna say thanks for all the blessing, and all that good stuff, and goodbye. Now press the share button and all that. There we go.